Hey y'all, what's up? Happy Sunday, happy Sunday. Hope you all enjoy your Sunday or having a great weekend and had a great week. Me, I had a good start of my weekend. I'm enjoying myself. Did my live earlier today of Love is Blind and everything else. Now I'm about to do a power review and call it a day. And then I gotta watch some reviews, watch some TV shows, and do my review later on tonight so I can put it up for y'all for tomorrow. You know your boy's working. And what's up? What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? What's going on? How y'all day is going? Ciao. Listen. Hold up. Let me show you my. Hey, what's up, y'all? What's going on? I'm popping. I'm popping. What's going on, y'all? Listen, those of y'all who's waiting for the Love is Blind live reunion. Speaking of that, I did my review of Love is Blind this season so far. So if you did not watch my review, please do so. Hey, you better go with the retard. I love it. So I shared my live for Love is Blind. I did a review on it. It was cute. Hey, thank you, boo. And it was good. It was a good synopsis of the whole season, and I broke it down within less than 2 hours. So it was like good. Get the main points out of it. And then today was the live reunion. Usually they do pre-recorded and put it out there on a date. It was a live thing. And hey, Dominique Boo. And apparently, we're gonna start power in a few minutes, y'all. Just don't worry about it. I'm waiting for a little bit more people to come in before I start the review. But here go power. It's a power review. And people was waiting to the point that they was waiting like an hour or so to get it on. Now, some people is watching it now, and some people saying they still waiting for it. So I don't know what's going on in Netflix, but I said Netflix, you got no room to be talking about people and everything because how you let this happen? You getting all these money from people, want to do all these restrictions and stuff, raising prices, and you could at least get that one live stream going. I best believe they will never do this again. They will never do that again. And it's so funny that other streaming platforms is clowning Netflix. They was clowning Netflix on Twitter. They would say, "Oh, this will never happen. It was on my platform, and this is that, that's that." I was like, "Oh, Netflix." And what I'm hearing, freaking Jackie and Josh did not show up. Or at least Jackie didn't show up. I said, this freaking punk chick don't want to show up at the course. All this chaos. Now she don't come and show up at the reunion. No, she should have show up. I said, no, this is part of your contract. You got to show up, girl. And did show up. She got docked pay. No, ain't no good. I think she should have show up. No, you don't get the chance to do all that and not show up and explain yourself. No, we don't get to do that. So it's not good. She punked out. And I ain't like that. To be honest, her Marshall was the biggest storyline, and just as much as the even better than like to be honest, that was the major blowout. Until Paul did that no at the last minute, and then we got this triangle between Zach, Irina, and Bliss. But after he got rid of Irina, everything was good with him and Bliss, so it wasn't even that much drama going on. So Kwame dusted behind. I don't know what he's gonna be saying, but other than that was the major thing. And she should have been there. So no, she don't get no freaking pass. So now her being there, what we gonna talk to Marshall about? Marshall got nothing there, no nothing. What we gonna talk about his feelings? Okay. I mean that's rumors. At the end of the day, I don't think if they sleeping together or not. It wasn't even a big deal of them not sleeping together. At the end of the day, this is a process, and you should not rush someone to have sex with you anyway. Get to know the person. It'd be better. So, I mean, it's allegedly that's what people saying. We don't know if it's true or not. But at the end of the day, hey, Renee Boo. At the end of the day, she should have been there. And I wouldn't want to have sex with no chick like that who going up and down with her emotions either. I would be turned off. No, we can't. How we gonna get turned on while you actually all that? So F the freaking rumors that people going around. Will you possibly go sit here and have sex with someone who act like that? No, y'all wouldn't. I'm asking y'all a question. Will y'all do that? How you get turned on? On the drop of the dime, this person's emotions all over the place. You don't got time for that. So, like I said, she should have been there. And apparently, I'm hearing that Vanessa is doing most of the talking. Nick is not really saying much. I said, Nick, if you go sit there and just sit there, you should have stayed backstage. Nobody needs you to sit on the stage and just be mute. Oh well. Her and Josh on trauma bonding, it would not work for them. The same kind of rumors that you saying, as I heard the rumors that they all together. And they got married. That's the rumors I'm hearing too. So I don't know what's going on, but like I said, she should have been there. You did all that, you want to punk out. Get out of my face. But yeah, apparently people saying that Vanessa's doing all the talking and asking the right questions and the hard questions that we need, because I know the last couple of reunions they wasn't asking the right questions. They was skating by. No, ask the right questions. Child. But nevertheless, we talk about Love and Blinds more in my Discord. If you want to talk about it, maybe we'll watch it. I don't know if it's not tonight because I got to watch 3 other shows tonight after this. So I catch the live when I catch the live. But we're here for power, y'all. So let's get into it and everything to help more people comes in and everything, because we got 2 episodes to talk about. The Land of Opportunity that was last week and No More Second Chances. So I'm going to get through them, but also entertain y'all at the same time. So hopefully, while I'm going through it, y'all put your comments down as well, because I want to feel like an interactive. I don't want to just feel like I'm just talking. I want y'all to at least interact with me. Bar some questions out there. Your theories, what's happening. All right, no more The Land of Opportunity. This was episode 4. All right, so Effie, Tariq, and Brian coffee business is booming. They're doing the damn thing. They get mad orders, and the coffee is going out. People knowing that the thing is under the cup, and they getting their products, and that's what it is, and that's what they're doing good. So, Tejada's I wish I could get on live so I can check Irina. How do you spell it? Dominique Boo, I told you, if you want to go live, you have to tell me beforehand. I don't have my people coming up on live. You got to let me know beforehand, so I share the link to you, and you can come up and just be ready. Because once I get on, I just get on and I start talking. So I will give more opportunity for people to come in my live and then give their opinions. But you have to let me know. When I do get the opportunity, none of y'all will be volunteering. So that's what I'll be offering. So like I said, I don't have my people coming on live and give you opinions. Just let me know ahead of time. Especially when y'all know I'm about to do a live way in advance. So talk about Netflix. Oh, I talk about sorry, boo. I wish I could get on live so I could check. I mean, how you spell her name? Oh yeah, check that video. Moosh face girl. So my bad. I didn't talk about this live. On the live we did earlier. All right, so Tejada went to Muriel, a Muriel for Zeke. And they have Monet blindfolded. Monet said, listen, what are you taking me? Can I take the blindfold off? You know, some people don't like surprises like that. They said, come on now, heavy up. So they got her over there, and they took the blindfold off and just saw a mural of Zeke, and she was really emotional about it. It's like she enjoyed it, she liked it, and everything. Then here come with Diana came on flowers because she came to the last minute. Everybody was there, the sister brother. Yeah. And then Whitman interrupted them. I said, Whitman, can you go somewhere? Like, I'm tired of this little loosely paper guy. Look, go somewhere, man. Go somewhere. He interrupted them, keep harassing Monet, and keep harassing Monet. They had to cut him off, get him out of there, and let's go. So after that happened, because Lorenzo told the war, he said, stop out my right, listen, you don't want these problems. So he go, and then had a family meeting. And when Diane about to go in, he said, scoot back. You are not involved in this meeting. I said, oh no, they just played Diana real quick. I said, Diana, how you feel, girl? I said, I was like, y'all use her when y'all want to use her, but then toss her aside when she's not useful. Right? I know that Monet not really rocking with Diana right now anyway. So she had to expect that was gonna happen. But there, you right over there, and then you curved her. I wish we could stop killing off the video so fast. Oh, yeah, right. So they were saying what they're gonna do to shut it down. They're gonna try to have some connection and everything going on. So they were saying why use the Castillos because they're gonna be too risky using them. So they were trying to work it some way back and forth and use a connection because they was like since happening, Castillos and the products and everything is not flowing well. So they will say they had to use them, but they say it's too risky using them at this point. But Lorenzo at this time was still backing Kane in his decision, so they said, okay, go for it, whatever you got to do. So Sax and Jenny talk, and wait, Sax and Jenny talk. Oh yeah, Sax and Jenny talk, and Sax shows Jenny the picture that he had when he took of Tariq Davis and Monet meeting up. So it shows that they have a meetings of mind, but so it's like they're connected in some way, and they're trying to find. That's what Jenny's trying to find the connection between the Tejadas, Tariq Davis, and this whole charge that she's trying to do the RICO charges going on. So Sax, no, Davis still need help with his brother. Because his brother's in jail, he trying to get him out, and yada yada. So he told Jennings that he helping his brother, Davis was his brother, and he said if he get Davis to trust him, then he could get in. And so he had to help his brother in this aspect. So once he get in a good side with Davis, then Davis won't be suspicious and looking at his shoulder, and he could be getting and trying to get more information faster for Jenny and Blanca, for all the people in the case. So meanwhile, Jenny took a call. And it was Blanca. I think she called Jenny. They was talking. And meanwhile, while Jenny was on the phone, now Sax needs to go ASSP. Child, we're going to talk about Sax in a minute when we talk about the next episode. We're going to talk about that because that's something. He saw this episode was absolutely vivid. Wow. I see why Brittany watched it 4 times. Exactly. The last episode, yeah, the next one we talk about at episode 5, yes, that was crazy. That was crazy. We're going to get in that in a minute. We'll get through 4 first, and then we'll get to 5. So he saw her phone going ringing off because she was answering one phone call and then she had another phone in the bag. Now that phone call was to be something for the CI and everything. So everybody was calling, and she said he took a picture of the phone number on that phone because that phone kept calling. And so she said that other phone for a CI. That's what she kept saying. So then we see Kane talk to Effie. And Kane wanted to thank Effie of what he did to Lauren. She said she had to do what she had to do for the team. Now, she was trying to understand how he knew about her and Lauren and everything, and trying to think that it was Brandon saying, but Brandon didn't really actually say nothing. I think Kane took upon himself to realize when he didn't say anything that it was probably was Effie, because he know that Brandon didn't go forth and did what he had to do of the guy of the connect, the Russian connect, and he froze up and realized it was Tariq who did it. So he realized that Brandon probably never did the one, and he never did Lauren that he's supposed to. So then he put two together and made me think it was Effie. But Brady never told him that Effie was the one who did it. So he took about himself. So she had to do what she had to do for the team. And I made the tough decision. And we got to move on. So she don't want Kane to tell Tyreek. She want to tell Tyreek her own self of what happened. Because I said, yes, y'all know Tyreek really did love Lauren. He really loved that girl. Even though she's not built for this life. So it's just crazy how you want a girl who's not compatible to understand your lifestyle. Because to be honest, Effie's the only one who is a really good choice for you. Not thinking Norman and not thinking Diana. Norman's not really good, and she don't understand the lifestyle that you had, Tyreek, portraying. She don't even know that you actually was doing the stuff in course correct on the campus. So how was she be able to help you with anything? Even after the Wyatt thing, he still was trying to protect Norman. So he really did like the girl. And Diana can't do. Diana too dainty, sanctified. She want to be liked too much, but she, at the same time, she don't want to be part of this. She want to go to school and move on with her life. So they ain't gonna really use that much. It wasn't that much for her. So Effie was the only one. But once he finds out that Effie was involved, and we're gonna talk about the next episode. Then Tyreek ain't gonna be really rocking with you, because once you know that Lemon's still alive, he probably still have feelings for this girl. And foreshadowing Effie and Kane being together. Yeah, they trying to show something, right? Because Kane really like Effie in some way, like shape or form, like the ride or die chick that he could have by his side that Tyreek has, and he realized Tyreek has that person, and he don't have that. I said, well, Kane, at the same time, Kane needs to learn how to be more street in the street, like Drew. Kane is the muscles, and I can see probably Effie inside, whatever. So she don't want to tell. She don't want Kane to say nothing, and he said he promised he probably won't say nothing, right? Oh, so the sidekick called them over, right? The sidekick of Noma, what's his name? I don't know. He told the people. He told Kane, Braden, Effie, Tyreek, because they all working for Noma with the drugs products, saying that they're doing a good job with the products. They're doing a good job. Y'all met your quota, and y'all working really fast. So y'all doing a good job. So we got something else y'all can sell. They gave him a re-up, and the re-up is actually firearms. And they said, hold up. Oh, oh, oh. No. Firearms are whack. I work too hard in the streets to sell firearms. Firearms are whack. Okay? I don't do that. I don't work with firearms, right? So they're not good with firearms and selling that because that's not their lane. Their lanes is drug. And I say yes. Drug products are easier to sell in mass than use of firearms. It's not easy to transport firearms like that. So why would you go that route? So I said, oh, now you're gonna try and mess them up. So I think Kane and Drew will handle one part of it, like mainly the guns aspect, and we'll see how that goes. So they're gonna take part of handling the drugs thing until they get figure out anything else. So that was that. Then we had the class, because every episode, like I told you, and if y'all been paying attention, they have a class scene with Professor Bennett. Y'all know, aka Monique. No, aka Monica from Girlfriends. And people who now in the generation who don't know what Girlfriend is back in the 90s and everything. My girlfriends, not 90s, early 2000s, like that. Girlfriends with Tracy Ellis Ross, Golden Books, Jill Marie Jones, Portia White, It was a good show. And the actor who played Harper Bennett, the professor, she was on that show. So yeah, look back on it. Type up Girlfriends, and y'all figure out who that is. She's a professor, and they had this very good class exercise where they had people come to the front and write down their goals. And based on their goals, they will ask them a series of questions. And if it pertains to you, they will actually go for a step forward or a step backwards based on the questions. And after the end, they will see how it plays out. So they're asking different questions. I guess one of the goals was, I think type of goal was family. We're going to use this thing. So they say, take us 2 steps forward or whatever if you raise a 2-parent household. Take it 1 step back if you raise a 1-parent household. Take us step forward, step back if he had public assistance. If he had SNAP. If this is yada 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 yada. 1 step back forward if you raised in a rich neighborhood zip code. So that was that. After they show what everybody place in their line, they realized that the exercise was mainly about how your family history are dynamic and also zip codes affect where you are in your status of opportunity. And I say, you know what, that was a good exercise because I enjoyed it. And that lands you where you are in your goals and based on what you place on your thing. Lauren is Angela, but you know how Ghost didn't get to have Angela. But I think they want to let Tyreek have Lauren. Yeah, you know what, that's true because I couldn't stand Angela anyway. Drew was a hoe. Classic TV. She was the top on Girlfriends. No. She wasn't a cop. Monica wasn't a cop. Monica was the girlfriend of William, who's supposed to have the rich family, and they realized she was cut off. She the one who said, "You want to get that resume together," and that's the one that Joan was trying to replace Tony for. Now the cop also was the girlfriend of William, but that's not the one. Monica was the other one. She was the fancy, rich, bougie girl who actually knew William way before she met him. Like she got to like kind of set him up. Like I said, she know him, and that's how she got with him. And you know, Joan and Monica always had this back and forth going on. So that's Monica. Right, so that was good. So they said that was the family dynamics, and then they had this little heated debate because you know the students always get heated, and somebody will say they privileged. She said, "Oh, just because I'm privileged doesn't mean I didn't work hard." I said, "Listen, that's not what we're saying. At the end of the day, you don't realize just because yes, nobody's saying you didn't work hard, but you cannot ignore the fact. Don't take your black card away because there's some things I know I don't even privy to, and y'all probably know more than me." Just because you have privilege and nobody say knocking that you didn't work hard, but you can't ignore the fact that because of your opportunities and because you have an easier access, you were able to achieve your goals faster and more quicker than someone who don't have the ready resources. So yes, you may have worked hard, but it was an easier approach to get there. You don't have to work as hard because you have the opportunities and resources for you, give it to you compared to other people who doesn't have it. So I hate when people saying, "Oh, they pay me." Oh, you trying to say I didn't work hard? I said no, but you did have means of opportunity. You could call your mom or dad right now and give you access and quickly. You don't have to work hard. People don't have the access, so it's not the same, boo boo. It's not the same. You could get your goals real quicker. All right, tell us later. So family having the best. Oh yeah, so Effie asked Tyreek about his goal, about family and everything, and yada yada. And at some point, she's thinking about leaving out this business. And he was like, "Oh, really?" and everything. She said, "Yeah, because I got some goals, I got some dreams. I'm going to Ivy League. I want to like, I don't got time for that. At some point, I'm going to leave out of here." And he was like, because I think he was more of that we could be Bonnie and Clyde type of thing. But she said, "No, I got goals and dreams. I want to get out of here." But eventually, they both wanted to step out of this business in some way, shape, or form. Let it go. Let it be out of it, and move on with their life. But right now, they had to do what they had to do. But eventually, they both want to get out of the game. Yeah. And at first, he was like, "Really? That's it?" But at first time, he was accepting it because she mostly wanted to get out of it. He was still on board because that's part of his DNA. This is like he lived up, growing up, and doing this. But at some point, he will eventually realize he want to stop doing this as well. But right now, he's in. So he accepted her thing that she want to move forward and move on and do that stuff. So that's what it is. So she want to tell him something, and his phone rang, and the text said, and he said, "Okay, sorry, what's going on? What you want to tell me?" She said, "No, I'll tell you later. It's something else." So Diana wanted to push any products. She don't want to push any products. She want to she want to baby pay for school, and sometimes people say family first and everything, yada yada. She don't want to do that, but she does love her family. But she just don't want to be part of that aspect, that drug part of the aspect. She won't do none of that. So Monet talked to Davis about what was going to do and what can we do about Whitman. So they had an idea to use Diana as someone to talk to Whitman, and then because Diana is a neutral party, he will not suspect anything, and he will believe her because she's not too evolved. She has no record like the rest of the people have, so she could be able to talk to him, and he won't raise no suspicion on her. So he could use her. But Monet was trying to rock with Diana like that, but she realized that she could use Diana. So I was like, oh, child. So they could use her as an alibi to make it happen. So and while it's happening, they want somebody to break into David's place to get not David's place to get in Whitman's place to get something out of the file that he has on Monet and everything on Gary. So he had file on Monet and everything to see what's going on of the case. What's it Whitman have on against her? So he was getting all that stuff together. And she said, "That I know it gonna be too much heat on me. So that's when you go hire someone to do it." So she gave him a wad of cash. I said, "I just wish somebody just give me a wad of cash like that. Just throw it." He said, "Here, business, here, got it." I said, "All right, boo, got nothing to say. Should put it in the pocket, put it in the bank, and how to get someone to handle it." So Lucas, that's Breda's uncle. Yes, share it out, y'all. It is greatly appreciated. That's how you get my algorithm out there. Let people know about me. That's the only way we'll get bigger, y'all. Share me out. So Lucas talked to RSJ. That was the black campaigner and stuff like that. He was a good company and everything. That he really wants RSJ business, right? And so while he would try to pitch at RSJ, he wasn't doing a good job. He wasn't. He wasn't going to do a job at all. He barely was using Tyreek. He was using Tyreek out there to like appease to him, the guy. And Tariq could have said something to help save the situation, but help save the situation. But apparently, Lucas kept shutting him down. because he was an intern and he had no right to say nothing. I said, okay, but you could use him as a token black guy to appear to the freaking guy, but you won't use Tariq thing. And because if you would have used Tariq, you would probably would have had him there, the off in the first place. But no, you didn't want to do that. You kept shutting Tariq down. So shut him down. And RSJ told him no. So now he upset. And he is upset. So when RJ turned down an investment, Lucas was like, oh my gosh, just crazy, all that stuff. So when they sitting there, Tariq told him about what's going on. He said, yo, you know he's focused on real estate projects, right? Tariq told Lucas the truth. That if he would appear to him in this way. And he said, why you didn't say nothing to this? I said, he tried to say something, but you shut him down like you had all the ideas and all the questions and all the answers. Tariq was trying to tell you. He said, where was this insight before the meeting? Because you were treating her as a freaking damn intern. That's why. So if I'm an intern, I'm gonna play my intern space and just watch what you talk about and let you fall. So now, because he got told the truth, he got told about himself, Lucas is kind of dangling his internship in his face, saying that, oh, if you want to keep this internship, you had to get this deal, or you won't have the internship. So also, so now you're using him. Oh, get him to come on board, or you won't have no internship. I was like, really? So meanwhile, at this happening, Tariq and Brandon got a message that said that the service was overloaded. Because I think Effie called her, telling her the service was overloaded, and Brandon said he had to go handle it. So Drew talked to Gordo. They play cousins. Y'all know they play cousins because you know the Castillos and them grew up together. So they like family, they like cousins and everything. So, but mind you, remember last week I told you about the tattoo. Drew was on Grindr. You know, Grindr is a gay dating app or hookup app, how you want to, whoever you talk to. And he saw the picture of a Spanish dude with his back with the tattoo on his wrist right here. And when he saw Gordo last week, he saw the tattoo on his arm, so he realized that was him on the Grindr app. So I said, ooh, how this plays out. So Drew and Gordo talk about themselves, and Drew will try and say, what's up? What's up? Because I said, good, Drew, because I'm tired you talking about that Everett. I'm tired you thinking about that Everett guy. Leave Everett alone and stop thinking about him and get with somebody new. And Gordo's way better than freaking Everett. So, but then again, it's your play cousin. But I would say, whatever. Play cousins, play cousins. Yeah, you're not related by blood. But, you know, it's a respect kind of thing. It's like when you know somebody so long and you became family, it come taboo to you and say, oh, I can't touch you. You're just like my freaking brother or sister or cousin. But knowing that you could still do whatever you want to do, but it still feel taboo about it. Yeah, I got just like that. So they was talking, and Gordon was telling he don't mix business with pleasure. He got to keep it as business and everything, and that's that. I said, okay, all right, whatever. And they feel like, so Drew was telling Gordo that I think Kane or his father felt like that Drew was so distracted with Everett that his head was not in the game. At some point, yes, he was telling the truth. At some point, yes, he was gun home, hooked on his dude who ran with a chance to get when he saw Drew in his real element. I said, he can't handle you, Drew. So I don't know why you're all up on him. So Gordo said he had to gain respect for his family and everything because they at one point they didn't really respect him. So he had to show and gain respect and let them know this is what it is. So he said, how he get it? So he had to prove himself. So Gordo told Drew that right now, Drew told Gordo something that his issue, but he had to sell products, which is firearms. He don't really deal with that because that's never his lane. So Gordo said he knows someone who could be able to buy it off of you with a large sum of money, and he's a loosely paper guy, and he could do it, but he's a little bit R. He's a little RACIST. I know the word. And so that's that. So I guess Drew told Kane about it and everything. And Kane said, "Oh, so no, you can't do it. We're gonna take over it." I said, "You just want to take over his business, everything that he you just want to take it over." And Lorenzo back Kane. So Kane gonna use Braden to get the deal done. I said, "Oh, child." So Tariq won dirt on RSJ. So he asked Rashad, Councilman Tate, he asked him, and he, every time he asks Rashad something, Rashad wants something in return. He don't do anything for free. He always wants something in return. So, but he did say that RSJ is very clean, so you can't get nothing from him about that. But I guess he gave him something about the murder of Dante Spears, some kind of lead, so he could help Rashad Tate on it. But that's that. And Blocker texts Rashad to say he needs his help on things. I said, okay, going on. How y'all following through so far? Because I ain't seen anybody making comments yet. Right? So Rashad said, okay, I'll give you this information. You gonna give me some money, a weekly money on Bitcoin. I said, not Bitcoin. Not he don't Bitcoin. He want 5 bands a week. I said, what can you get this money from this boy for? Chill. That was a campaign. So Jenny gave Sachs a foul, and the phone kept ringing. And he said, well, you're not going to answer it? No, I hear the phone ringing, and I'm not going to answer. You can keep on ringing. I'm not going to answer the phone. He said, oh. So he keep pressing her. I don't trust payments with Bitcoin. Run me my money, ho. Exactly, yeah. I forgot it was a Bitcoin. He wanted 5 bands a week. But I was like, chill. But not even Bitcoin either. I don't want that either. He want 5 G's a week on his account. He kept pressing her about this phone call. Who is this mystery person? Because he thinking that she's doing something. But I say, Sachs, boo-boo, Sachs. You and Jenny is not in a relationship. Y'all just have a freak thing. And y'all supposed to work together to take down Tariq, the Tejadas, and Davis, all that stuff that. So don't mix your feelings in this and that. I said, damn, her snatch must be really good for you to be all in the freaking Kool-Aid now. Thinking that she's doing something when y'all know not together. But okay. All right. So he kept pressing her. So she showed me, said, listen, come on, because you bugging me. Shut up. Come on, let's go. So Sachs. So Blanca find out that Sachs is Jenny CI, or that stuff like that, and helping her and them in the case. So Lauren been texting freaking Jenny. So Jenny went to the house. She said, why you keep texting me, Lauren? You can't do that because it's blowing me comments. She said, listen, you got me in the house with no Wi-Fi, 2 cans of Spam, and nothing, no television, nothing, and you got me in the house bored. And I said, you know what, Jenny? You is messed up. Because if she's supposed to start a whole life and people cannot know that she's still alive, at least you could do is stock the freaking house with mad food. You got the money. Stack the place with mad food. Give me some snacks up in here. Stuff I can live off. Give me some YouTube table service. So if you don't break no cable services, give me some YouTube TV. Let me watch something. But you ain't not gonna have me in the house, bored as hell, with no entertainment. Shoot, have another dude around here, so I can play with something if I want to play. Child, girl, don't do that. Don't do me, Jenny. Don't do me. Don't do me. Because you ain't gonna play me in my face. You gonna not have me here sitting here hiding out for the world, and you're not giving me no entertainment. So she need Lauren's help to get information, and the faster she get help and to get over it, she could get out and be free. So Lauren said, listen, Lauren told Jenny about Zeke, Tariq with Diana. And that's it. So Lorenzo told Kane, yo, you better stop. Because what you're doing way too much. You keep bossing me around and yada, yada, yada. You got to stop. So Kane said, I'm not no freaking kid anymore. So what you going to do? You going to beat me and everything? Beat me? I said, oh, I getting heated. I said, oh. They was like, Mister, what you doing? Chill. Lorenzo and Kane getting heated with each other like that. I said, y'all better stop. All that testosterone aggression y'all got going on over here with y'all. Y'all better stop. So Diana and Salim is kissing. I said, why did I go this road with her and Salim? Why? You want to try to kiss the teacher assistant? So they kissing, and I guess she stopped because she said let's got to study. We had to study and everything. And she talked about her independence. She want her independence for family and stuff like that. And she said she just want to part ways. And Salim told her, well, you might have to part ways with family if you want to get out of the business. As long as you stay tied to them, you is not always going to stay connected. Yeah, back and forth with the TA. Exactly. Doing too much with the TA. It's exhausting. It's definitely exhausting. So Diana talked to Whitman, right? She talked to Whitman, and she want to know who killed Zeke. So Monet, Whitman said Monet killed Zeke as much as he killed Hotbox, the teacher, professor, Carrie. And she was like, oh my gosh. So she told him that, oh, they sent me here to lie to you and everything. She tried to get his attention. So she said, oh, they sent me here to lie to you and this is that. But she told him it's a book at my mom's house that had information that you may need. Go in there. I'll leave the key under the mat. And it's come at nighttime. Just watch out for the cameras and everything. And you can get it good to go. He said, why are you helping me? Because he said, I want to out the family. And she said, look, my mom is a cancer that should be cut out. So we got to get her down, basically. I said, ooh, chill. So Lorenzo and Kane talked to Brayden, and they're going to use Brayden to force the deal between the connect that Gordo had told Drew. And that's that. Because if you use the person of their kind, they won't be suspicious and everything. So Kane said he would handle the operation. And I said, that was Drew's thing to do. Now you're going to handle everything. Lorenzo told, he said that Kane go do it. And Drew said, is this for the beat? What the hell is going on here? Chill. So Drew came with Gordo, and he came and do it. I said, oh, chill. So Lorenzo back Kane. So Blanca and Jenny talk. You know, Blanca, Dante. Every time I say Blanca, I always say that Dante. Chill. So Blanca got to connect that to say the CI was the guy that Gordo Connection. Gordo Connector was the actual CI, but we didn't know that until later on. But she said the CI let her form that Tejada's gonna be doing a sale with them so they could get them together. So she could go down over there to get the heat and get the information, while Jenny gonna go to the Stanford location that it was Lauren told them about this particular location on the rooftop. They go and they put the products in. She would go there. So, and they said that's the evidence they need. If they get them together, that's the evidence they need to get the Tejadas. So Tariq, this is how Tariq got a hold of RSJ and got RSJ attention. So Tariq has a property in his trust that's owned to him. And RSJ know he wanted to get a building or whatever he got, but that property was stopped blocking his plans. So he said, Tariq said, I will sell you this building for money in my trust. And that trust building will be in the Western Holdings. So you transfer that money into my trust, and I have a bigger trust payout because Tariq said he had a trust, but it was not much for him to live off of when he gets that trust. So he will willing to use RSJ's money to fit it in his trust and his property, sell the money, get larger money for his trust. Meanwhile, while it's connected with RS Western Holding, he could get the deal with Western Holding, and Western Holding get the deal. So it was a win-win for him, Tariq personally, and for the company to get RSJ. And RSJ looked at that because he's like real estate properties. So he would say, "Oh, okay." And that's the deal that got him in Western Holdings. I said, you better think, Tariq. Sure. So this is what Tariq told that he wants to get out the game, and he would go to Stanford with Callie, with Effie, because Effie said she want to go to Stanford as well, Stanford in California, and that's she want to go. He said he would go with her too, and he would get out the game. So that's what Effie texted Kane. She said, I can't tell him right now, so don't say anything. And he said, all right, Ma. He said, all right. He didn't say Ma, but he said, all right, I won't say nothing. She said, oh, you're sure? He said, okay, I just won't say nothing. Right? So at that time, when he told her what he wanted to do, and he said he would go to Stanford with her to California, and he said, "Oh, you about to tell me something? What you wanted to tell me earlier?" She said, "I don't know. I ain't want to tell you anything." And then she started freaking. I said, "Oh, just throw your little hot box around," and he just forget what you were saying about the accent. Okay, girl. So later on, I almost finished with episode 4. We're gonna get to episode 5 in a minute. Later on, Whitman came to the house, so he's sneaking. And so he was going around, going through obstacles, turning up the cameras, and then he got in the house. Then he tried to go upstairs. He saw Diana. He said, "What you doing here?" And then turned around and saw Monet. That would have mercy. But well, right? So then he saw Monet. And he said, "What you doing over here?" So they set Whitman up. So he said, "What you gonna do and everything?" She said, "Well, thank you and when you in hell or something like that." And just bop him. I said, "Oh no, just kill Whitman." I said, "Oh, Monet, don't do it." So they had to make up a story that is saying that it was self-defense, that she was protecting her daughter because Whitman was coming after Diana, and then she stopped Whitman, and then she had to shoot Whitman because it was self-defense. That's the story they came up with. She said, "Oh my God, just give me the name." We'll try to credit story, say, call 911, said this was happening, said that you was getting attacked, had to protect you and everything. And that's the story they was going for. So they had to go to the station to get questioned. And so Davis has a file that he will give her later after he's going to talk to the police, right? So when Braden went to meet up with the CI informant, who we didn't know at the time, that was a connect, that Gordo connect, that guy was questioning, where's Gordo? Gordo's now here. What's up? He said, don't worry about it. Yada, 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 all that stuff like that. Showing them the freaking products, the firearm. They gave him the money, and that's that. But meanwhile, the guy was still suspicious because at this point, we didn't know he was a CI. So he was taking pictures of Braden and everything so he get some information so he could go report back to Blanca, Dante, and everything else, right? So that's what happened. And I said, Braden, sometimes you got to scoop back. Not show your face, move back and stuff like that and everything. So he was taking pictures. So meanwhile, they got the product, they left and everything, and they went to Braden left with the empty van, with the money. He went over there where Lorenzo and Kane was at because they wanted to count the money in the hotel room. So they gave him the money, got him out of there, told Braden to leave. Now the people followed Braden to where he was at, and they took pictures of who was in the window. Because at one point, Lorenzo looked out the window, and they took a picture of Lorenzo. So they saw him there, and that's that. So when they saw Braden leave, they rushed into the plane, banged the door in, and started shooting. Kane wanted to stay there and cop the money, and they would say, "No, let us leave. We got to leave now." He wanted to stay and cop the money. So I would say, "Oh, heavy up." So they banged the door down. They started doing shootout. It was one point that the guy had like a one up on Kane. So when they were about to shoot Kane, Lorenzo came and saved his son out the way to avoid getting shot because Kane could have got shot. So at that time, Drew and Gordo came and they was starting shooting back as well. Now Gordo got grazed. He got grazed in his arm. So the bullet didn't go in him, but he got grazed. And he didn't realize until after it was done. And, Drew was good with the gun and everything. He started popping somebody. But the CI was still alive at the time. He was still alive. But I don't think they knew he was still alive. He was in critical condition and everything. He was down, bleeding out. But they didn't know he was still alive. So meanwhile, Kane saw the products in the car and everything. They took the firearms back to get a profit because they said, okay, we got the money, we got the thing, we're going to resell it and get more profit. That's how Kane was trying to do that. So oh, sorry. So we had Drew got there and Gordo Drew. Lorenzo texted Drew because he needed a Drew thing because Kane was doing the most. So Drew is still smart. So he texted Drew to come over there to help, and I guess that was a good judgment call because if he didn't text him, none of that would have happened, and y'all would have been offed. Ooh. So Gordo realized he got grazed. He said, "Oh my gosh, I got hit! I got hit! Oh my gosh, I got hit!" So they got in a car, and Drew was helping him bandage his arm around, wrapping his arm. I said, oh. And then all of a sudden, they start getting quiet and looking at each other's eyes. I said, oh. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. What do I have here? So they start going in. And he said, hold up. He said, I thought you didn't want to do this and everything. I thought you don't win this business with pleasure. Because you got to let me know. Because I don't do no Me Too business. Like, listen, you got to let me know. Because I don't want to come around you telling me that I did something to you. So, are we doing this? He said, yes, to change my mind. He said, change my mind. Where's Emirates? Hey, Empress Boo, how you doing? Where is Everett? Everett has he got signed in Oklahoma. He got signed in Oklahoma, so he got a basketball team. He's over there in Oklahoma, and that's that. And he's out of our business. It's Everett. But well, he's not here. And I said, good. And to think that Drew was going to move down with him, I said, so he could hide you? You ain't going anywhere. Be your secret why he prayed around with some freaking white bimbo. Well, no, we ain't having that. Oh, you just want to hear? Thank you. Where's Everett? For real. So they started kissing. I said, ooh, look at this is a cute match. Because they both in this game. They don't understand each other. And that's that. I said, ooh, but hope they don't play. Because it's y'all play cousins. Y'all can't do that. But they said, F it. We going to do what we got to do. So the CI did it. I think Drew shot. It was in critical condition. So he in the hospital. So Blanca got the call. Blanca Dante got the call. So Monet saw the report. So she was going through the report, and she realized it said it was a fingerprint that matches Lorenzo's fingerprint at the location, the same location that Zeke got shot at. So she said why he was around there, what was going on. So she called Davis, and Davis said, listen, don't jump to conclusions. We'll figure out everything. She said, okay. Go look into it. She told me they was looking to it. And that's that. So that was episode 4, y'all. The Land of Opportunity. So if I miss anything, y'all put it down in the comment section. Y'all let me know your thoughts and everything. Now we'll get to episode 5. I think that's what y'all was here for. Because episode 5 was something, y'all. Chill. Let's get ready. No More Second Chances was episode 5. We halfway in the first season. No, we halfway in the 4th season. Because they said it's 10 episodes. So we halfway there. So we got 5 more episodes left. So Jenny was questioning Monet. She said, where were you at? Why you would get a gun? And why this and this that? It was all stank with it. I said, oh, look at you. Look at you nasty. You nasty, Jenny. You nasty cunt. You just a nasty. See you next Tuesday. You just a nasty one, right? Oh, chill. Just Jenny's a nasty cunt. That's just, you gotta say it like that. It's like just all straight up in our face and just doing the most. So you treated Monet as a suspect. Now, granted, we all know Monet actually did shot him when it was not self-defense. She just straight shot him. But they didn't know that. They don't have no proof of that. So that's the check cameras. But I don't think the cameras were on because she told Saxe to watch out for the cameras. So I guess he turned off the cameras. So it was no footage. So that was smart. Coltrane was shocked, right? Coltrane was shocked. Yeah, he's like, ooh, yes. Coltrane is honorary member. He watches shows with us, y'all. So Jenny don't believe it's a self-defense, and she believes that's bull crap. But Davis was there as a lawyer. He said, listen, you don't got nothing because you don't hand it to the unit and arrested her right now, so you don't got nothing there, so get out of our face and all that, blah, blah, blah. And so Monet told Davis she got rid of Whitman fast so Michael find out. But she said, yeah, right, you know what? I was jumping conclusions. My bad. I'm sorry. I was jumping conclusions. Period. Right? That's what's that. So Bennett class again, because every episode, the title, and it's interesting, like I mentioned before, the title of the show that's what they talk about in the episode of the classroom. The classroom, they talk about their topic in the classroom. So last week was Land of Opportunity, and they want Land of Opportunity, and this week was No More Second Chances. So they talk about America and redemption and second chances and everything. And I said, oh, I like how they do that. That's cute. So they talk about second chances and redemption in America, and there was always in the heat of debate going on again. So Monet texted Tariq and asked him, find out where International Guap is, IG. Oh, you never made a connection? Oh, yes, it's a connection. You notice that every time the title of the episode is what they speak about in a classroom setting. So every episode you will have them as students in class because they're supposed to be in school. So it makes sense. And they talk about the title, whatever the title is. So it gives an insight to tie in the story and a perspective of the same title. And it glues into the storyline. I said, oh, yeah, smart. That's smart. Like, so Monet text Tyreek and said, what international guap was that when the night that Zeke got killed? Because she wanted to know what IG was at, international guap. Guapo. Guap. And exactly, it definitely made chances because after what Congress released, you don't give them a second. You don't give them a second chance. You make it harder for them to go back. And I said no. And once you get out, they serve their time. You should have some programs set in place so they can be ready on to move on to their life. Get them assistance. Get them something. Like you close them out. You close some things out, or whatever else like that. So they can't. You don't have a second chance because you deem them already criminals, and they don't. Then they come out and they just got nothing to do. So have jobs that will accept these type of people, convicts, and with moderations and schedules so they can live on and they had to go back. But yes, it was a great discussion they had. And I love the writing. Get these teachers or give these students this is perspective and it's like they had a debate. It's cute. And she had Rashad Tate as a co-speaker of this lesson. So Tyreek had information for Rashad, but the information he gave Rashad was misleading to go him off. So later on, Rashad texted Tyreek, "You lying bastard! Why you telling me?" Because he told him something about GGG was involved and everything. Zeke currency go into that, and you will have a great case if you use that as your storyline and then you said like that. So it was like, oh, you trying to throw him on? So he ran with that information and trying to find out. So Western Holdings, Lucas was talking again. So they were talking about a trip to go to the Italianos, Mambo Italiano, the Italians to get some business with them. And they're gonna make a trip to Milan. I said, a trip to Milan? Oh, okay, that's cute. So RSJ asks if Tyreek will be attending. So Lucas says, no, he's a junior, he won't be attending nothing. He said, we're not gonna do. So you said he was a junior, but he wasn't a junior when you was using him to get my business, right? I said, ooh, that's true. Bellissima, bravo, Bellissima. Yes, you said that. Because it wasn't to you, I wasn't a junior when you needed my business, right? And you used him to get it. So show him some respect. Put some respect on his name. So RSJ extended the invitation to Tyreek. And Tyreek said, "Oh, I have my date with my FA this weekend and everything. She's involved in robotics and like that. She into the stuff." He said, "Oh, well, you can blow your +1." I said, "All right, the +1, go ahead." So RSJ said he will handle the business meeting with the junior and with the Italians. So he will do that. So Tyreek found out, and Tyreek told texted Monique that International Guap was in Dominican Republic at the time when the night that Zeke was killed. So it couldn't be IG or the GGC or anybody who was connected to that realm. They was not involved. Somebody else did it. So now she started thinking, going back, that it could be possible Lorenzo. So she sat in the car with Kane. So Monet asked Kane, who told you the IG was involved in the killing of my son? Who told you that? Who just told you? And he said, Pops told me. He said, what, Pops? What's going on? So you believe him? He said, yada, 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 also like that. Because you know that at that point, Kane and Lorenzo had a talk. And Kane realized that he would not tell Monet that Lorenzo would do it because Lorenzo protected his son. And he realized, out of all the crap I put you through, Lorenzo said, no matter what we go through, you're still my son at the end of the day, and I'll still protect you. And that made Kane realize, he said, you know what? Your secret's safe with me. I won't say nothing. And I believe Kane will keep his secret. Kane's not the type of person who will rat out and be a snitch unless he won't get done up. Because how he chopped up Frank Castillo for being a snitch, child, he didn't want that thing happening to him, so he will keep a secret. So that he told her that his pops told him that Archie killed Zeke. All that stuff like that, because that was natural instinct for him to say that. So Effie's going to Milan with them, with Brayden and Tariq. And Brayden was talking to Kiki. Kiki, do you love me? Am I riding? And then everything like Kiki. And then Brayden dropped his freaking phone while he's so hyped to get into the plane to go to Milan. He didn't realize he dropped his phone. So you look klutz. I said, Kiki, Brayden, why are you so klutz? Brayden is fine as hell, but he is a klutz. But he just ditzy. I just can't. So Blanca, Sax, and Jenny, Blanca, Dante, Sax, and Jenny talk. They want to know who is supplying Tariq with this product. Who is supplying Tariq and Tejadas with the drugs? And then they started drinking for Whitman because they know Whitman has died. 6 feet down, G's up, G's down. He's down under. We don't have Whitney here anymore. I know he was a pain in the butt, but we don't got that G anymore. So hit up. They ain't say all that, but there's more for him. They had a drink for him. So Kane told Lorenzo, he said, you know what? You might should have told Monet. Maybe you should tell Monet, and maybe she will understand. If you tell her it's coming out for you instead of she here for someone else, it wouldn't be that bad. So he was saying, no, I can't do that. Everything. She'll hate me. I said, yeah, but she will at least get the truth from you and not from nobody else. And maybe she will calm down if you should find out. But you have her going through all this heartbreak and turmoil, having her brain not rest because she want to find out, and you the responsible one person who did it. So tell her the truth, especially if you know it was an accident. That's what you said. So we got to see that Gordo and Drew had sex. Now, Drew was the top, and Gordo was about to come up. Gordo was riding Drew. And I said, I know Drew really be topping. Now, I know how he was with Everett, but listen, that was a nice scene. I ain't gonna front. It was and I'ma ride you like a rodeo, and I'ma beat like a Pinocchio, and I'ma ride you like a rodeo. Boom, 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 boom. I'm a freak like Pinocchio, and I'ma ride you. That's what we were doing. So that was, I said, oh, little booty and everything. So that was that. So Gordo got information that the CI that they shot is still in critical condition and he's still alive. Yes. I'ma ride you like a rodeo. And Gordo was riding Drew. I said, oh, look at that Spanish and black fever. Ew. So he said the CI was in the hospital and he's still alive. Now Drew started getting skeptical. He said, hold up. So you an effing bitch going on here? How you gonna try to play me? It's like that. He said, no, I'm not working with you and I'm not trying to play you, because if I was something, why would I told you this? And that's true. He would never told you if he knew he was part of it. So like that. So yeah, Gordon would have told you if he was involved in anything or trying to set y'all up. He would have told you. He wouldn't let y'all get shot up. But that's not happen. He drove like you. He liked his play cousin. Right? So they say they will handle it together. So Drew will go with Gordo to the hospital to see what they could do, to try to off him completely. So he won't say nothing. They win the evidence, all that stuff like that. So let's continue on that scene and move on. So they went to the hospital. And there they saw the feds, the federality there. And they said, oh, child, it's too hot right now. We can't. So it was like cold blue 319. So I guess the officer or the person CI was in critical condition and he's starting to fade in. He's fading in the way. So they got cold blue trying to get him alive. At this point, he actually couldn't. He didn't make it. He didn't survive. So they was hiding in the closet to wait till the thing go down. So they went to the evidence booth because they found out it was a phone, because they heard Blanca talking to one of the people saying that there was a phone and evidence that he had, and she need to get that phone so they could see what he had took. So they went to over there and they paid the lady a wild amount of money. Now, sometimes she ain't able to do that because she can lose her job, but at the same time, money talks for some people. So I said, they ain't paying me enough here. She gave me a wild cash. She said, took it. She said, here, evidence to them. I said, all right. And that's that. So when Blanca Dante came over there, she was trying to get the phone. And she said, I'm sorry that the family came and got it. He said, what you mean? That can be possible. She said, "Girl, what you want me to say? The family got the evidence. It's not here." Shoot. So Blanca was looking at it and said, I said, oh. So they took it. They saw that he had took pictures of Braden and his father and stuff like that. So they took the SIM card out and everything, broke them up, broke all that stuff like that, and put it on the sewer, water sewage. And then Gordon also broke the phone up and threw it down the sewage street. So they ain't got no evidence. So that's out. So that's that. So Monet went to talk to Evelyn. You know, that was Frank's wife at the time. You know, Frank was the one who was the snitch of the Castillos. He was snitching. And, you know, Kane the one who kind of killed him and chopped him up and everything. You know, Kane was savage to what he did to again, Frank. So Monet will talk to Evelyn, and Evelyn said, I saw everything here, what happened to son, everything I know in the heart, everything. So she said, I just want to know what this happened, so because I would never know. Monet said, I know what happened. Now, keep in mind, at this point, Monet started plotting. She started plotting, and we don't know what degree she will start doing. But keep it with me, y'all. We will get to that point. So she told Evelyn what happened to Frank. And she said that Lorenzo put a hit out on Frank because Frank was a snitch. Now, we all know that's not true because who actually did it, who actually killed Frank was Kane. Kane killed Frank and chopped him up. Lorenzo put no hit on the freaking Frank. Lorenzo valued him. So, until I find out Frank was a snitch. But he still valued the family. They still connected. So, she said, why are you telling me this? Why are you telling me this? And everything. So, you go use the information. So, it's like, now you give her information. She said, what was your game? Because if you know, you telling me this, and that's your husband, and that's the kid's father, you know, if I retaliate or something like that, you basically had no freaking heart to know this will go bad if we retaliate. And as the end game, I said, what's your end game, girl? She said, don't worry about it. Or something like that. So she said, you know what? I'm not giving revenge because I'm not going to go for revenge. I ain't going to put my sons through it because it'll cause chaos with revenge. And revenge never ends because once that person gets revenge and the person will get revenge and just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth till none of y'all's around. And then y'all go to the other bloodline and go kill each other off. It never ends. So the revenge was still going. So she said, no, I'm not doing it. And everything. Someone they said, oh, you better than me, girl. But I give information and you do what you gotta do with it. And that's that. So Monet asked Evidence to keep it quiet. Keep it quiet. Do not tell anybody we had this conversation. It's between me and you. She said, okay, can I trust you? She said, not much as I could trust you. So I said, we're just gonna keep it there and see how this goes. So they had to meet with Italians, you know, RSJ, Tariq, Effie, and all those people that had to meet with the Italians. And the Italians said, you know what? You got to come with a cash, and then 10%. And then the lady speak Italian, and Tariq basically said, she said, you want to put your money where your mouth is. Basically, that's what she said. And because Tariq is the only one who can speak Italian. So I said, oh, Lucas, you got no skills. You got no skills at all. So they was like, all right, okay. I know you have a hard time with the patent of Noveno. You have a hard time with the patent. So we could get your patent to go away. But you had to partner with us. And we partner with us, we're going to have a 20% and a bigger payout. Or lower the payout that we paying you. And 20%. If we get this patent out the way, you gonna have no problems. So I said, I guess that's the deal they're gonna have. So Tariq and Effie talk, and their first date in Milan. I said, oh, that's cute. First date in another country, in Milan as that. Oh, this must be beautiful, right? So she said, what can we do? We go to the yada, 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 yada. He said, nah, let's stay home and let's cook for each other, and then we can sit down and relax and watch some movies and stuff like that. I said, oh, you want to be romantic going on here? And this romantic. And she was like, oh, I never take you for to be that type. He said, nah, I just want to, because Tyreek started getting to the point. He said, nah, I just want to lay back, chill out, have like a normalcy. Because it's like had nothing to be normal for a while now. And that has some normalcy. I see, I like that intimate stuff. As long as we get together, that's quality time. That's my love language. So then she said, okay, cool. So meanwhile, they was talking, Noma came with that figure sidekick that she has with him. Basically, Noma wanted Effie and Tyreek to get a voice recording of some deal of between whatever y'all deal was. So she wants the evidence. She wants that because it shows something that she can have leverage of. So she was saying that she realized that RSJ could get him connection into whatever the party is. So use that and then find out that you was flying to Milan. She attract you down, realized who she was flying with, RSJ. So she knows she could use that. So she said, listen, Francisco Lombardi was my ex. So I said, oh, is that personal, girl? It's really personal. She said, okay, yeah, whatever. It's personal. But get it. He had weekly events. Get in there, get the advice, and give it to us. And that's that. I said, oh, shoot. Nothing even ex girl. But they asked her, do you have any updates on Mecca's death? And they say they do not have any evidence of Mecca's death. Even though Tommy know who the one who off Mecca. He was there. But that's that. So RJ was impressed with Tariq. And he said, listen, you have to understand, I know about your father, research your father, everything, but I had some in the background. You make what you want to do based on your circumstances and not relive your past. So you don't have to follow your father's footsteps. You can make your own path. So I had expectation my father wanted me to do this and do that and like that and everything, and that's not the role I went when I went into the role. So you could do that. Make something out of yourself. Basically, that's what he's telling you. You could do something different. You don't have to do what you keep doing now, whatever it is. And you're not 19 anymore. You're not gonna stay 19. You're gonna get older. So yes, do your stuff. So meanwhile, when they were trying to do all this party and everything, Brady had to go in the room and tell people saying, hurry up, get what you gotta do, get what you gotta do. Brady's over there, he's snooping around, and then he finally found out what the listening advice was at. But fortunately, Brady got caught by one of Lombardo's henchmen, whatever you want to call them. And took Brady to another room. I said, oh, Brady, you can never catch a break, boy. You can never catch a break at all. So Effie had to think quick. So she went in there and she got the recording advice that he was getting for. So she put it in her purse. So she got caught. But Effie is smarter. So she was able to figure that out. She said, I just came because I was trying to look at private connections, his private art collection. And I just stumbled around here. I'm starting to move around here. He said, you knew? And he said, oh, the private art collection is over this way. And he took his arm as a gentleman, took her to the private art collection that she was looking for. And I said, oh, go ahead. All right. And she took her way out of it. I said, go ahead, Effie, you better do it. She's smart. Stick on her feet. So Tejada family got a dinner. And they was talking about Katie Drew was going back and forth about spades night because Drew said he and his mom, Monet, was always partners and they was always playing good spades. They was always beating them in spades and everything. And that's that. So Lorenzo talked to Diana on a freaking thing because Diana realized that she don't have the memories as her brothers has with the family. And Lorenzo was telling her that he didn't want to do the drug game. He was doing baseball. And he didn't want a baseball, and that never happened. So different cause of family. So he told Diane, you know what? I'll put in the plug for you for doing the drug selling. So you can focus on school and not be involved. She said, "Oh, thank you, Papi. Thank you, Papi. Thank you, Papi. Papi. Thank you, Papi. Thank you, Papi. Thank you, Papi." Let me stop. She didn't say all that poppies, but you know that's how she always called Papi, 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 Papi. Like every Papi over here. Okay, girl, calm down. Yes, thank you. If you want to support the Klein to donate to my channel, Mrs. Dollar sign Mrs. 40. Dollar sign Mrs. 140. It greatly appreciate it. I do appreciate that. Dollar sign Mrs. 140 is my cash app if you want to support my channel. Thank you. Oh. Yes, papi this, papi that, papi this, papi that, papi this. I hate hearing call her papi. That's what I say, papi, 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 papi. I say, girl, calm down. Like you just like, girl. So Brayden was getting beat up. Baby, y'all. If y'all saw the episode, Brayden was getting beat up. But I said, how someone look so sexy getting beat up? Y'all beat me. I said it. I said it. He was getting beat up and he was looking thick in the legs. And you know, I like legs is like my weakness in the guy. So he had thick in the legs. And he had a nice body mass. I was like, were you working out before this role? You was working out, Brayden? Because he was getting beat up. And he had a nice thick thighs. And I was like, that was gonna be a bird around here. Let me stop, y'all. Let me stop. Child, don't say I was the only one. Don't do me. Don't do me. Don't do me like that. Y'all know I was not the only one. I was looking at. I said, leave it up. If you might not be attracted to white boys, but listen, I'm equal opportunist here. And he had a nice body, and he was getting beat up, looking good. But it was so bad for him getting beat up because he couldn't get out of it. He couldn't, cause you know Brandon is loyal to the fort, and yeah, listen, he was sitting there, legs, thick thighs, and then with the black boxes on. He had a nice little muscles going on. I was like, ooh. Can I sit on your lap? Woo! And that scene will be all freaking porn rated going on here. Child. They were about to say, Mizzle, cut. Mizzle, that's not in the script. I said, oh, well. I don't know. How old are these teens? I don't know. They're in college, so they like early, like 20s, something like that. But that's like my red on. That's what I say. I'm really fighting tonight. He look just all thick. He was, right? Yeah, older teens. They're in college, so they might be like 21. They're freshmen, probably 20, 21, 22. That's why you got your red on. You know, just feel freaky. What's up? But he would look good beating up or thickness. I said, oh, Brandon, look, come over here. So they would say, who you work for? Yes, he body was giving grown man. I would say, oh, Brandon. Now, granted, you know, sometimes the ages don't always match what they play in the role, or so he could be possibly older than early 21 and 22 in this thing, but he's playing as a young adult. That's why you got your red on. His body was giving a grown man. Exactly. It was. I said sitting there looking all good, getting beat up like that. I said, don't do another scene. Do another scene. Not you banging Kiki. Do another scene. All right. So he want to say who he worked for, so they keep beating him up more. I said, so Tyreek tried to get a hold of Brady because y'all know they love some Brady. Tyreek loves Brady, so he was like, try to get a hold of Brady. Brady's not answering. Effie's getting worried. He said, what's going on? So Kiki came and asked for Brady. She said, this is not a social distance hour. This is not no classroom. This is not no internship. So we can't be doing that. This is not, you ain't trying to play this game, trying to look for your freaking co-worker. Nah, he worked for you. That's our plan. So I said, we got to use something to use leverage against the Labardis. So they're going to use the listening device to get to trade in Brayden for the device that they wanted. So they met up with Labadie. Tariq and Effie met with Labadie. They had all these henchmen there. And Tariq said, listen, I would give you the device, but you got to release Brayden first. So Brayden came with his little foot closed on. I say, now y'all closed him up. Y'all got him closed up from head to toe. Like, come on, stop that. For shoulders and everything. I said, oh, now, come on now. So they took Brayden, and the guy hold Tariq arm and put the firearm in his face. He said, who you work for, and everything. It was a little too late. It was like, click the big. I said, oh, no. And then all we heard said, pow, 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 pow. All the body and the Frenchman got killed. So Norma and the sidekick was there because Tariq and Effie told Norma that they're meeting up with Labadie and they're going to do a change. They're going to be there for them. So I guess they could take them out, whatever they was going to do. But it was a little bit too late. But they got there because it was a little close. But I guess they wanted to make Tariq feel it a little bit more. But they realized Tariq has heart and he has good. He's smart. So that's that. So they got rid of him, Labadie and his crew. And she told him that the trial period for y'all is over. Y'all just done with the trial. Y'all done with the training. Y'all done the tutorial. Now we got to build business. And now we took him out. We're going to take control of this business. And that's that. And y'all will be working for her. I said, oh, now y'all can't get out. Now y'all messed up. Y'all stuck. And that's a dad. They try to get out the game. And now you got them hooked on it. So yeah, she owed y'all now. Child. And now she got the thing, she could use that, and now she could own the company, whatever his stuff is. So Effie found out that Norma has a daughter. So if we could use this, maybe we could get her and she could get out of the company. Because now we said, damn, she owns us now. We can't get the fake out. Now what we gonna do? So we said we could maybe use this as leverage to get Norma to get us out of the business. But they realized that she said she saw Norma with a picture with Labadie and a young daughter. So it was like, does Norma have a child with him? And that's so, if that is true, she was cold-hearted, blooded person and just shot the baby father. I would say, damn, no heart? Just kill him just like that? All right, I guess. With no hesitation, without any hesitation. And that is true. I said, damn, Norma, she is dangerous. I'm gonna say the Monet thing last, y'all. So Sachs found out it was a misstep in Lawlor's case. It was some unconstitutional thing that the prosecutor did that they messed up, and so they could get the case taken out. So they were so happy and he was excited. So he said, "Come on, Sachs, come with me. We're gonna tell them the news." So Sachs said, "Nah, I'm good. I got to handle some paperwork and everything." He said, "Okay, cool." So he stayed behind. He was looking through Davis' office, found the key, looked in the drawer, and realized that Davis has a witness file. So he took a picture of it, right? So he texted Jenny. He said, "Listen, Davis had witness file. I need to meet you right now. Let's talk." And Jenny texted him, "I can't." He said, "Can't." He said, "Look at that phone." He said, "Hold up. I know she didn't. What? She told me she can't do what? And who? What? Why? And how?" So then he's called Jenny, and he kind of followed her. She hang up the phone. I said, "Oh, now she hang up on the phone on you. Oh, Jenny's playing hard to get." So he followed her. He said, "I know she did not answer my phone call." Oh, now she's playing. Now he thinking that she's doing something. I said, "Sachs. Come on, man." So he followed her to his location. That's where Lauren was at. Got in there, got inside. He trying to get inside, and Guy was not letting him inside. And Jenny came out there. He said, Sax, what are you doing here? Did you follow me? He said, who is in there? Who is it? Who is up in there? Child, he ain't playing. He said, let him out. Let him out. Let him out. Let him out. Who was up in there? Chest bouncing and everything. He ain't do all that, but I had to hype it up. I had to hype the scenery up. Who is in there? And then Lauren coming out. Lauren looking. And Lauren came out. And he said, oh, no, you didn't. You lied to me. You told me that she is dead and she's alive all this time. You keeping a secret. And he did tell Lauren that, you old enough. She don't have to keep you here, right? You can leave this house anytime you want. You grown. You're not a freaking minor. You can leave. You have rights to leave. You don't have to stay there. So I would say, oh, I guess Lauren didn't know that. She thought she had to stay there. But so he was saying that and all that stuff like that and blow it up. And he said, you know what? We are done. We done. And she was like, you told me all that because you was on my back eating my cookie. I got all that stuff. And you got the time. This is the business and all that stuff like that. Now I can have you removed. All that stuff. And he said he's done. He's over. He finished this conversation. He's gone. And she said, we not together. So why are you acting up? That's that. But I said, Jenny, boo-boo, Jenny. You do know Sax know a lot of what you're doing, right? He's know a lot of what you're doing. Yes, I don't like him at all. I don't like Sax, and I don't care for him. But the fact that you didn't play this right, because now you got him upset. You know how Sax is a loose cannon. So now he can't trust you. You hurt his heart. He's a broken-hearted boy. And what broken-hearted boys do, they start acting stupid and coming after you for no apparent reason. And now you messed up because now he know a lot of your secrets and your terms. And he could probably sabotage you and try and get on David's team and try and down you in your operation because you broke his heart. So you should have thought this better, girl, because Sax was probably good for your corner. But now y'all not in the same terms anymore. What you gonna do, girl? Because now Sax is a loose cannon. And he knows a lot of what you was building. Can he still help you? Maybe he can, but he's not right now because he's mad at you. Because you hired it for him and you kept it a secret. So I said, oh, Jenny, I know what you're going to do. And Sax, I would Sax go anyway. He needs to get offed. But we'll see how this goes. Hold up. Oh, that's not what it is. And he also was telling Lauren, he said, Tariq didn't want to kill you, right? He loves you, and he would never do what he did to you. He would never do this to you. So he loves you. He didn't do this. So you got to believe that. So now she was like, oh my gosh, because she was thinking Tariq was had her set up, got her killed. He said, no, Tariq loved you so much. He would never ever do that. And he didn't. Tariq didn't do that. He did not know they was going to do that. He wanted Brady. Tariq wanted Brady to let her go somewhere and escape and leave somewhere and not be around to leave. But Effie took upon herself because took Lauren and did what she did. So meanwhile, Tariq get a text. Meet me by the South Campus gate. So he going over there because he was in bed after he freaked with Effie, and he saw Lauren. Lauren came out was like this. Don't get near me. Don't get near me, no. Because I don't trust you right now. Tell him everything. And he said, yo, I know you was there. Never something like that. Don't act like you did. Don't act like you was not involved. Don't act like you were trying to kill me and everything. He said, no, I did not do that. Now, you think I would listen? I thought you was there and everything because, Tommy basically loved this girl. He loves this girl. You can tell. And he was so hurt. He was so shocked they realized that she was still alive. And he said, no, I did not do that. And I did not know that. She said, you're Brayden. And then Effie, because he said, Brayden took me around and he was trying to get me away. Then Effie came and did what he had to do to me and left me kind of for dead. And now also like that. So he said, no, I would never do that to you. And that's true. He never do that. So she said, listen, I've been working with the fans and I'm trying to build a case with you. So Effie and Brain is not the only one you should watch out your back for. You should watch your back for everybody else. Watch your back. And that's that. And Laura tell him they're building the case against you. So now she told him that information so he could do what he had to do for her. Now Tyreek gonna have to be smart and outsmart these people and get some loose ends and throw off Jenny and Blanca scent. He went back in that bedroom. He literally saw a ghost. The mind fuck he's been through on this season, on this series. Exactly. He was like, hold up. You told me you died? And now, once he found out Lauren is alive, and the love of his life is still alive, he quickly turned off for Effie. Now, I don't know how you going to do with Brayden. But she told him that Effie took her somewhere and trying to left her to dad. Because Brayden was trying on Tyreek's order. Brayden was trying to tell Lauren, you got to go, scoop, run somewhere. And she said, no, Brayden, don't do it, please, don't do it. And that's what Effie came. So, he got him in the back. He back in the bed. And he said, Tavi, I'm going to tell you something. I know I'm now going to tell you. He said, what is it? She said, I love you too. And Tavi was sitting there like this. Was me mugging. He was turned off completely. I said, "Ooh, Effie." He found out the truth, girl. He know that she's alive. Now I don't think Effie and Brandon know that she's alive. Nobody know that she's alive. So Tyreek knows. So baby, ooh. The look of disgust he had with Effie at that moment, I said, "Ooh, child." Ooh, I said, first off for y'all. They are in for it. Shell. For real. I was like this. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? So this what happened. Let me tell you what Monet did. And then we're gonna end the live. Monet. Monet was saying that after she found out that IG was not involved, and as it came to her, Poppy told him that thing, and she went and told Evelyn that Lorenzo put out a hit on freaking put a hit out on Frank, right? Gordo came over, and Gordo went to see Drew, because I guess Monet found out that Gordo and Drew is messing around, and she didn't care. But she was like, Monet and Gordo talked. He was here for Drew. She asked him how do you handle grief about you losing the father? How do you handle it? Did it get any better? He said, I don't think it ever get better. You may have the down moments and everything. You may have to get better. You may subside it, but it would never go away. And he said, she said, listen, I will slit the throat of the person who killed my father. Period. And she said, you know what? Me too. Basically, she talking about her son, Zeke. But she understands that he will do what he said he would do if he ever find out who the one who killed his father. Right? So that's that. Here for Drew. Lorenzo came clean and told Monet he the one who did that to Zeke. But it was a mistake. It was an accident. He didn't mean to do that. Because he followed her to the hangar and thought that she was with Dante. And thinking something more. She said, what, you think I was going to go away with him? You see what I was? Because Lorenzo thinking that Monet and Dante was freaking. She didn't have sex with him. Yeah, she may have like drop the kiss every now and then, but she didn't really have sex with him at all. She wasn't freaking. The only person she was freaking besides you, Lorenzo, was Ramirez, and you know Ramirez is dead. So She wasn't freaking nobody else like that. So, and he thought it was Mecca. Now I realized that Dante Mecca was already dead because Monet offed him. You know, Monet the one who did it. And he said he shot Zeke. And she said, you let me go through all this and you was responsible, coming through all the craziness, losing my mind, crying sleep, breaking down, and you was responsible. And he said, well, you're partial for it because you brought him around. I said, not you trying to blame her. Don't do this. Don't do that, Lorenzo. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Right? He said, it's part of your fault too, because you brought him into the world. He not born in the world. You brought him around, and he had no business to be around. And I was like, oh, really? And she wasn't freaking him. So he was all in his mind because, he saw the passports and the freaking thing. And I said, Dante probably did that because he wanted to set the kids up because of his guilt or whatever he did, all that sort of that, because, he was a CI. So he wanted to set them all up. Are we sure it wasn't really an accident? That I'm saying, that's what he's saying, because after that, he think it was Mecca, because he was so hell-bent thinking that it was Mecca, not knowing that Zeke was the one going on the freaking plane. And he shot him. And then when he realized he saw that was not Mecca, he freaked out. So I believe it was an accident because his tentative target was Mecca. But he did not know that Mecca was already off. And he thought so hell-bent that Monet was going on. So his mind was already on one that she was cheating on him. But don't probably put her on the blame and make it seem like, oh, she was part of the issue, why you did what you did. I said, now you make it seem like you was intentional. So she said, no, I will not shoot you. I need you out. Get your stuff and get the hell out of here. Get out. Leave. Leave. And bounce. Get out of here. So she is playing spades with the kids. With Drew, with Kane, and Diana. And they was waiting for Lorenzo. He said, oh, he might have to pack. He might come on. You know how he is and all like that. And also today they talking smack at them, they're playing space and all that like that. Flash forward, we see Lorenzo getting out where he was at, drunk as hell. Drunk. Get your ish and get the hell out of here. That's what she said. She's trying to blame me for what you did. So got the flat tire. Somebody put a nail in his tire. And after we find out who slit his throat, we find out who the hell did it anyway. Put the nail in his tire, took the tire out. He nail out. He went to his trunk, he had a spare tire. He go in there, but Lorenzo was drunk. Got no, he wasn't saying all that. But he was drunk. Y'all get the message. So while he was doing that, all we saw, and I was like, oh snap, I did not see that coming. Whoosh! I said, oh my gosh. And then right at the end of that, I said, oh, yep, I figured it out. But the only thing about it is that, no. Gordo slit the throat. Gordo slit the throat. And he finished him. Why is that a jam though? Exactly right. So Gordo slit the throat. And he said, this is my father and everything. And off them again. And walk away. And I was like, oh, child. So he texted someone. So it was Monet's turn to put a card down. She put a card down and she got a beat. She said, oh, it is done. Thank you. I said, oh, no, you didn't, Monet. Really? Now, granted, the person who really killed their father, Gordo's father, was Kane. But she set it up and told Gordo that Lorenzo, the one who did it. Now I'm thinking that his mom probably told him, but his mom already said that she was not going to do revenge. So she kept that to herself. So Monet told Gordo that Lorenzo was the one who killed the father, even though we know that's not the truth. But the fact that Lorenzo killed her son, she had to off him. And Gordo already said he gonna slip the door to anybody who kills his father, so she put the battery on Gordo's back. And now that's that. But now it's like you had him kill their father. How you think Kane, Drew, and Diana go feel when they find out that they play cousin killed their father? And you know your son is fucking Gordo. I was like, oh, child, Monet is, oh, she's fierce. Monet is fierce. And I know that's messed up, but that was like, child, girl. Now, how this gonna go? Because now there's gonna be warfare going on. With a lot of things going on. Tariq find out Lawrence is still alive. So now his mind is upset. He can't trust Effie right now. And maybe Brain as well. So we're gonna see what Tariq gonna do at this moment. Monet had Lorenzo killed by the hands of Gordo. Now, I don't know if they're going to find out or not, but they will find out their father died sooner or later and how they're going to go. So now it's going to be warfare because if they ever find out that Gordo's the one who did it, it's going to be war between the family under Monet's hands. And I said, oh my gosh, that's that. Now, Norma is running the business. Tariq is involving Norma. So it's a lot of pieces going on right now. And I want to see how they're going to tie it together. What's Saxe going to do now that him and Jenny is in the outs? Is he going to work with Davis so he going to tell Davis everything that he find out? And what's Saxe going to do? Because Saxe is loose cannon right now. So, and Monet is a freaking grimy chick. I don't know how she going to spin this. What she going to do? And I want to know if the kids ever going to find out. Their mother was the one that put the hit out and got Lorenzo killed by her hands. With Gordo and Drew. And I said, oh my gosh. And you know Monet, you ain't slick. She said, don't intentionally hurt my son. You said that, but then you got their father killed. I was like, oh, Monet. I mean, I get it. He killed your son. But he was not responsible for Frank's death. But you know you didn't want him to do that to your son, another son. So you let him kill Lorenzo because it's a revenge. I'll get back on what he did to your son. I said, oh, child. But that was on Power, y'all. Monet care about revenge. There's blood on everyone's hands. Exactly. Baby, this was good. That was Power, y'all. And I did it both episodes in under 2 minutes. Not 2 minutes. In 2 hours. What the hell? 2 minutes. I did what I done. Not 2 minutes. Under 2 hours. It was good, y'all. Oh, baby. This last episode was good. Coltrane still shocked? Yes, Coltrane is shocked. And I was shook too. I did not think that was happening. And then he said, thank you to Monet. I said, Monet, you told this boy that? And I want to know if Gordo and Eleanor ever going to find out who really killed Frank. And it wasn't Lorenzo. How that going to happen? And Monet, like, oh, child, I guess Monet going to try to have, might have an exit plan somewhere coming soon. But that was Power, y'all. Thank you for coming through and joining this 2 episodes with me. I know it was a lot, but Power always give a lot. So I had to explain everything as much as I can. If I did miss anything that I forgot, y'all put it down in the comment section down below and let me know how y'all feel. Don't forget, tomorrow, I'm going to premiere my reviews of Love and Marriage Huntsville, Sickest Brother Husband, and put a link on it, which I think I might do. I might do all 3 in one video. So, and then when I publish the video, everything after it premiered, I will put timestamps so when it starts, so y'all know when it starts and when y'all go to. Because instead of doing 3 separate videos at three separate times, then put it on one video. Y'all just sit there and relax with me and just talk about it. But I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna watch this episodes, take my notes, and then a review, and that's it. So if y'all in Discord, y'all follow me there. Hold on, let me see if I can share my link. Oh, wrong spot. Here about Discord, y'all. So if y'all want to follow me on Discord, click on that. Thank you for stop by. Make sure you hit the thumbs up and have a comment below. Have a blessed night. Thank you, boo. Yes. I love each one of y'all who came through. Thank you, Jadolf. Thank you, Renee. Thank you, Dominique. Thank you, Empress. And anybody else who was in the bushes, who was watching me, appreciate that. Please hit that thumbs up. Let people know about me. And I appreciate y'all watching my power review, because I see a lot of reviews on my power review. So I appreciate that. And I have a good night. I'm about to get on Discord and watch the 3 episodes that I talk about. Follow me there if y'all want to come through and continue on watching shows with me. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.